I'm Ashley Addison. I am the founder, curator, producer for Modecks for Movember. I have asked a group of artists to create their own Movember skateboard decks, which is the wood side of the board, for Movember. So a few of them have come up with their own unique ideas of what Movember means to them, or just different characters wearing a mustache. And all the money at the event is going to Movember, so the decks are going to be auctioned off. Okay, to promote the event, we created a press release, and we worked on it together, and she sent it out to all the media outlets. I had outside help from a graphic designer who designed my poster. Put up posters. My key targets were places that I thought people would go into store, like certain types of people who'd come to my event would also go into the stores. I find it's better when you go into a place to ask them like, oh, can I put up a poster? Just so they're aware of like what you're putting up, like to get them interested. It's also a way of me to promote my event by going in and being like, can I put up a poster? They're like, what's the poster for? I'm like, oh, it's for this show. Oh, what's it about? And then that way I can get more people interested. So I like that face-to-face contact. So I noticed Jimmy, he was in all these pictures on the website for this gallery. So I was like, I would love to represent someone like Jimmy one day. And so what ended up happening was I was like, how would I get in contact with him one day? I was like, I'm not cool enough. And I was like sitting in the park, like feeling sorry for myself and writing in my journal. And then all of a sudden, like I like take out my journal and I shake it out, and his business card was like lying on the grass. So like over the course of the year, I've gone to like a lot of his shows, like I've supported many of his works. So we built a relationship, and then it culminated in me finally being like, do you want to be in this show?
I am a visual artist, a painter, a curator, founder of 416 Gallery. My name is Jimmy Shell. I got into it when I was a really young artist, really young kid. And started from copying Walt Disney, drawing, animation to people and animals, and then never gave up on a doodle, abstract. So I'm an abstract painter. How would I describe my artwork in 3 words? I would call it aggressive, chaotic, and colorful. I knew Ashley from we worked together before on some other events before, and now that when I opened my gallery, she talked to me about this event for Movember that she was curating at the Gladstone Hotel, and that she wanted me on board and helping her curating the show with my aces, which are my collective of artists on the gallery.
Movember, what does it mean to me? So the mustache is Movember's way of growing awareness, and like just the whole idea behind cancer. And I wanted to give men like a day for themselves. I felt like men aren't as open about talking about that sort of thing, like prostate cancer and testicular cancer. So I wanted to bring awareness and make them feel really comfortable, and just like a day for them. You know, certain stigmas associated with the certain types of cancers. They might not, you know, be able to go get themselves checked out. They might be embarrassed. So I think it takes us as women, like helping our men or the men in our lives and encouraging them to take their health more seriously, and just like, yeah, that's what the charity does, is educate men about the types of cancers that they can get.
Movember means a good cause. And obviously this environment is becoming a lot more toxic. So a lot more things like Movember comes up to help people, cancer and things that come from an unhealthy environment. So I'm trying to do good with that, at least. Just what I can, and that's my contribution to it.
My name's Joshua Starr. I'm 24-year-old. I work in marketing, and I got involved with Movember after last year I was diagnosed and successfully treated for testicular cancer. Then in June of 2013, I started to experience the pain, and I sort of washed it off. it's probably nothing. I started to notice some swelling and some other abnormal activities, and the pain just kept getting worse and worse and worse. So I ended up going to my doctor, and I went in. He said you should still go for an ultrasound. There's a tumor like in your left testicle, and it's very, very likely cancerous. I was crying at this point. Hearing the word cancer is the most terrifying thing in the world. The surgery is just in your lower abdomen, just right there. And basically it took like a month to sort of fully heal. My friends coming over when I recovered meant all the difference to me. Yeah, Movember is just a great cause to be involved with. It's a lot of fun. It's very grassroots, which is really cool to me. It's very, very hard to admit something to yourself about your health, and it's such an easy thing. To check for testicular cancer, it's a 2-second check, and yeah, it's something that all guys should really be doing. It starts those important conversations that young adults, like older men, they don't talk about. You don't talk about men's health. You don't think that it could affect you. As I said before, you're invincible. Like, so I really think that getting rid of that stigma, I think Movember's done an amazing job of that, getting rid of the stigma around men's health and actually getting guys to talk about it.
And some of the artists have donated their entire deck outright, which means that all the money that's made all of it goes to Movember. I'm gonna have them hung, and there's gonna be some on a table. There's gonna be a photographer there taking photos, a makeshift photo booth type thing. I'm gonna have Keels there with some of their products as testers to try out different products. We're gonna have mustache wax, some mirrors so you could play around. Gonna be like kids there from the Oasis skateboard factory, so you're gonna have youth, little skater kids. There's also gonna be a band there. There's gonna be an auction, a raffle, some refreshments. Yeah, so just different things.